Good day everyone, my name is Julleana Mestedio and today I am going to report the preschoolers' socio-emotional development. Socio-emotional development is crucial in the preschool years. We hear a lot of parents, teachers, and preschool administrators say that attending in preschool is more socialization than for formal academic learning. There is a wisdom in this. During the preschool years, children learn about their ever-widening environment. Preschoolers, how they discover their roles outside their home. They become interested to assert themselves as they relate with other people. A lot of very important social skills they will learn during the preschool years will help them throughout life as adults. These skills can determine the individual's later social adjustment and consequent quality of relationships in adult life. Socio-emotional developmental milestones in preschool. Age 3. Copies adults and friends. Shows affection for friends without prompting. Takes turns in games. Shows concern for a crying friend. Dresses and undresses himself. Understands the idea of mine and his of or hers. Shows a wide range of emotions. Separates easily from family members. May get upset with major changes in routine. Age 4. Enjoys doing new things. Is more and more creative with make-believe play. Would rather play with other children than alone. Cooperates with other children. Plays mom or dad. Often can't tell what's real and what's make-believe. Talks about what he or she likes and is interested in. Age 5. Wants to please friends. Wants to be like friends. More likely to agree with rules. Likes to sing, dance, and act. Is aware of gender. Can tell what's real and what's make-believe. Shows more independence. Is sometimes demanding and sometimes cooperative. Preschoolers' initiative. Initiative versus guilt. Erickson believed that healthy preschoolers develop initiative. They want to take action and assert themselves. They will yearn to create, invent, pretend, take risks, and engage in lively imaginative activities with peers. When parents, teachers, and other adults support this attempt and provide a stimulating environment, the preschooler's sense of initiative will grow. On the other hand, if the adult shows overprotection, extreme restriction, and criticism, the preschooler develops guilt. Preschoolers who are always punished and criticized end up constructing a view themselves being salbahe or mean, bobo or dumb, or even walang kwenta, worthless. The key thing is to apply judicious permissiveness. This involves setting realistic boundaries that keep preschoolers safe and respectful of self and others, while allowing them greater opportunity to explore, take risks to engage in creative process. Self-concept and the preschooler. By the end of toddlerhood, preschoolers come out with a clear sense that they are separate and a distinct person. Ability to make representations, they can now think and reflect about themselves. Self-concept refers to the way he sees himself, a general view about one's abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. The preschooler's self-concept mainly focuses on observable characteristics and his or her usual beliefs, emotion, and attitude. One will hear a preschooler say, "Kaya ko na. I can do it. Ako lang nagsuot ng shoes ko. I wore my shoes all by myself." An important aspect of self-concept is self-esteem, which specifically refers to one's judgment about one's worth. Environmental factors engender in the preschooler's socio-emotional development. As a preschooler's ability to create schemas develop, they become of gender typing, the process of forming gender roles, gender-based preference, and behavior accepted by society. They come to form gender stereotypes. Preschoolers begin to associate certain like toys, tools, games, clothes, jobs, color, even action or behavior as being only for boys or only for girls. Consequently, they form their own gender identity, the view of oneself as being masculine or feminine. Gender typing and gender identity are influenced by environment factors such as family, teachers, peers, and mass media. This is where Bronfenbrenner's model comes into play. Different spheres of influence determine the preschooler's development of a gender schema. More often, boys expected to show more emotional control and be more competitive, while girls are expected to be warm and demure. Parents also expected their children to play toys that are right for their genders. Part 10's stage of play. As the preschooler developed, social interaction with playmates increased. Mildred Parton, in the 1930s, did a study on children's play behavior. These stages describes the play development of children and the gradual increase of social interaction as they go through this stage. It begins with very young child's unoccupied stage, then solitary play, parallel play, associative and cooperative play. Unoccupied play. The child appears to be not playing but directs his or her attention on anything that interests him or her. Onlooker or the solitary play. The child spends time watching others play. He or she may talk to them but does not enter to play with them. Parallel play. The child plays similar toys to those near him or her. Associative play. The child plays with others. There is interaction between them, but no task assignment, rules, and regulation are agreed upon. Cooperative play. The child plays with others bound by agreed upon rules and roles. The goal is to make something, play a game, or act out something. Caregiving styles for preschoolers. There are four main styles of parenting that caregivers tend to use with their children: authoritarian, permissive, authoritative, and the neglectful or the uninvolved. Sometimes, caregivers purposely choose to use one particular form of parenting. Other times, caregivers who were raised with a specific parenting style offer the same one to their own children because it seems familiar and are comfortable. Authoritarian parenting. Caregivers create expectations and rules, and children are expected to understand and to follow those rules absolutely. According to the authoritarian parents, what I say goes. Often this parenting style uses physical or corporal, example, body, punishments such as spanking to remind children of the rules they must follow to prevent them from breaking the rules in the future. Such parents provide children very strict limits and not much freedom. Permissive. Caregivers have loose expectations and rules for their children. sometimes in the hopes of creating free thinkers or children who feel comfortable approaching their caregivers as friends and confidants. A permissive parenting style is also used when parents do not have the physical or emotional ability or energy to enforce the rules consistently. Often, discipline is lax, and children are given lots of freedom with limited boundaries. Authoritative parenting combines positive aspects of two previously mentioned styles. Authoritative caregivers provide children some freedom within appropriate boundaries. Caregivers teach their children about family and societal expectations and rules. Rules are consistently reinforced through discipline practices that connect children's good and bad decisions with consequences and accomplishments. In this parenting style, children understand that parents make the rules and guide the house. But children also begin to understand how to anticipate and judge the consequences of their actions. This skill is important as children leave home and become adults. Neglectful parents, sometimes referred to as uninvolved parenting, this style is simplified by an overall sense of indifference. Neglectful parents have limited engagement with their children and rarely implement rules. They can also be seen as cold, uncaring, but not always unintentionally, as they are often struggling with their own issues. Big ideas on preschoolers' socio-emotional development. First, the development of initiative is crucial to the preschooler. Second, a healthy self-concept is needed for preschoolers to interact with others. Third, environmental factors influence gender identity in young people. Fourth, preschooler social development is shown through the stages of play. Fifth, the caregiving styles of parents and teachers affect the preschooler's socio-emotional development. And last, preschoolers are interested in building friendships.